Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Valene, and today I just want to talk a little bit about trusting the ebbs of life. And I know the last couple of videos, they kind of all go hand in hand, but then again, everything is connected in this universe, and I just feel really inspired to talk about this today, especially after the turn of events that took place in my life over the weekend. And just a quick, brief little rundown. So Friday morning, I woke up, and within 30 minutes after feeding my kitty cats, making my spark so that I could start my morning routine, I bent over at one point and threw out my lower back. And at the exact same time, I pinched a very major nerve. I'm pretty sure it's a sciatic nerve. And I mean, they're all major. Nobody wants to pinch a nerve. They all are necessary. Anyway, so I threw out my lower back, pinched my nerve at the exact same time, and then I was just this crinkled little fetal position ball. Like, I had to very slowly and methodically and mindfully get myself back into the cabin and climb up into my bed, and I ended up spending, let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So I ended up spending 4 entire days completely laid up, like unable to do anything other than lay down once in a while, try to move, try to eat and drink stuff, but not much other than that. And what I had learned during that period is a few things. One, I definitely was taking my body for granted and the full capabilities that our human vessels grant us, the ability to move from point A to point B, the ability to go hiking and to do yoga and to dance and to work out and to whatever kind of physical activities that we enjoy. It made me realize, wow, I really don't recognize and appreciate enough how awesome having a body is, and especially when it's fully functioning, nothing's wrong. And so it was a really beautiful, painful but beautiful just reminder for me to respect my body a lot more. Another thing that I learned is that be careful what you wish for. A couple months ago, I tacked on a little extra something into my morning prayer, and I'm not going to share the whole prayer with you because that's very personal for me. However, one part, little snippet of my prayer, I ask my higher power, my guides and ancestors and all the things, to please remove any negative energies, any energies that do not belong to me. And number 3, which is that's the one that I know has been amping up all these things happening in my life, is please remove any energies that no longer serve and no longer are a vibrational match to the woman that I am becoming. And I will tell you, since adding that into my prayer every morning, the universe is just stripping away anything and everything that doesn't serve me, which I'm totally cool with because I have a hard time letting go of things because I'm a human just like everyone else, and we have very difficult times letting go of things. However, a couple weeks ago, at the start of the new year, I decided I'm going to quit drinking, and that's not forever and ever and ever. I enjoy IPAs, and so once in a blue moon, an IPA, fuck yeah, I am down. However, I hit a rough patch in my life where I was using it more as a coping mechanism than something that is to just be enjoyed on special occasions. And so I decided, all right, I'm going to cut this stuff out. And so having this whole past weekend, which is the weekends for anyone who enjoys a drink or two, that's generally the time that you definitely want to drink. And so I found it kind of comical that it happened throughout a whole weekend period, and being in so much pain, there wasn't even a part of me that even thought about oh man, I wish I had a drink. Honestly, it was actually quite easy. I think the first couple days was a little weird because I had pushed myself into the habit of drinking way too often for a couple months there. That's for another time. Homegirl went through some dark shit for a little bit. Anyway, the moral of this whole entire thing is that when we ask, we shall receive. Because another intention that I had set at the beginning of this new year is that I want to take better care of my body, and I want to I want to treat it like a sacred temple, because it is sacred. And I think that treating your body as such only reaps even more benefits. And so it was just kind of comical. I mean, it took me until probably like Sunday evening to recognize and to make this whole connection, to recognize like, well, I did ask to have some assistance in letting go of the things that don't serve me. And so it was almost like just a beautiful way for me to slow all the way down, feel all the things happening inside my body, not just the physical stuff, but I had a lot of emotional stuff come up, which is all, not all of it, but there's a good portion of it that's mostly stored in my hips and lower back and like pelvic bowl and all that sort of stuff. And so it made total sense that that was the part of my body that was just like in excruciating pain. Anyway, so I share all of this, and I said that it was going to be brief, and I feel like that was definitely a few minutes. Either way, I honestly believe that when we experience any kind of dip within our life, or any kind of stagnancy, or any kind of unexpected change, shift, a wrench in our plans, raining on our parade in any way, shape, or form, that could show up. You know, you could be going through something similar, like maybe you're laid up in bed right now watching this, or maybe you've recently lost your job, or maybe you've recently ended a relationship, or you're going through a breakup, or anything. There's a multitude of things that could be taking place in your life right now. And it could even be something as simple as just feeling like you don't have any inspiration left. Like you're just kind of like, where did it go? Like 1 minute I was like, yes, I'm going to do all these things. And now all of a sudden I don't feel like doing any of it. My motivation's gone. I don't have any inspiration. I don't know what my next step is. And so again, this kind of ties into what I was talking about last week. But what I want to share today is that there's always a silver lining. There's always some kind of lesson there to teach us something about ourselves, about life, about what we're capable of, about the season that we're growing into. Because, you know, if you think about any time that you get sick, a lot of the times you'll notice it happens at like the worst of times. It's like when you're super busy, your plate is like over full. Like you have so much on your plate that like you can barely keep up with it. And then all of a sudden you get sick and you're like, great, this is the last thing that I need. Why is this happening to me? And I can feel the divine wanting me to channel for them and let you know that everything is happening for a reason, no matter what that looks like for you. If you have recently lost your job, ask yourself, did I even love that job? Like, was there even any part of it that I actually loved? Like, maybe the money was great, but was the job itself great? Was the work environment great? Was your boss great? Were your coworkers great? Maybe there's something better for you. And if you think about any other time that you've lost something significant, something else came in that was a better match for you. And that can apply to relationships. Like maybe you and a friend just had a falling out, or maybe you're going through a breakup. Chances are that whole relationship was there to teach you, to help you grow into this next version of yourself. And if you can find a silver lining in that and ask yourself, okay, how is I showing up in this relationship? How is this person showing up in this relationship? What was the energy dynamic together? Like when our energies came together, what was that like? What kind of dynamic was playing out between us? And just by these small, simple self-inquiries, we can start to see that everything in life is happening for us, to help us grow, to help us become stronger individuals, to help us become wiser, to become more mature, to really embody the lessons that we've learned, embody the wisdom that we've gained through those past lessons. And so I just wanted to share this message with you and let you know that no matter what you're going through right now, again, you're going to make it out on the other side. And if you just take some time and just simply ask, but also surrender, don't just like consistently ask until you get an answer, because then you're trying to force it and you're creating more resistance. And the more resistance we create, the more persistent that becomes. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying. But just slow down. Just accept that, okay, in this moment, this thing is happening, and there's nothing I can do about it. And that's what I had to do on Friday after I was screaming and snot-face crying all over my bed. I had to just eventually surrender. And honestly, I was like a small child who eventually got tuckered out and needed a nap because I was just fighting it and asking and screaming and asking, why is this happening? Please help me. And once I actually surrendered, which wasn't until whatever, like Sunday night, then I started to actually feel relief in my body. And I also started to recognize like, oh, I am actually feeling even more inspired to create and to do all the things that I've been wanting to do because of this whole debacle with my body, even though I'm still in pain today and my foot keeps going numb, which is driving me nuts. Doesn't matter. I am healing though. And that was another thing. As soon as I woke up on Monday, I just kept telling myself, I am healing. I am healed. I am healthy. And so if you're going through anything right now, affirm to yourself what it is that you want to create for yourself. If it's you lost your job, maybe your mantra is, I am being redirected so that I can do something I'm actually passionate about, so that I can do something that I'm excited to wake up to every day. Or if you just lost a relationship, affirm to yourself that something better is on its way to me. Someone that is more of a match, that is more resonant with me, is a kindred spirit to myself, is on their way. Whatever it is for you, just remember that you are the champion for your own success and that you don't need the external world to put all of the things together in perfect form in order for you to understand it. And instead, you get to create the meaning that you give to things. And so ask yourself, whatever it is that you're going through, what is the lesson in this? What is this teaching me? What can I learn from this? Maybe not even just what is this lesson or like what's it teaching me, but maybe just ask simply, what can I learn from this moment? And whatever shows up, trust it and just go with it and start affirming that to yourself. And that is, my friend, the way in which we get to move out of the ebb and back into the flow. So just remember, surrender, just accept whatever the heck is happening in your life right now. Be patient. Ask, what can I learn from this experience? And just be patient and not try to like make up an answer right away. Just allow it to come to you. Number 3, keep moving forward. Affirm to yourself that you are strong, you are capable, you are wise, you are worthy, you are healthy, you are happy, you are passionate. Whatever it is that you want to call into your life, affirm that to yourself. I am love. I don't need anyone outside of myself to give me that love. I can give that love to myself. Whatever it is for you, you've got this. I love you. I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day, and I cannot wait to see you soon. Bye.